and allowing those sunsets, if you will, not to go away. All four of those are to disappear FY 14 and I think 15, but I'm pretty sure it's FY 14. And do you support the governor's position of keeping those taxes at a higher level?
I'm not sure if we're going to get back to pre-2008, but I know that every effort is being made in the General Assembly to try to lower taxes, and I think you are going to see a reduction. Again, I'm not sure if it's going to get back to pre-2008, but I think you are going to see a reduction.
And it's the wrong time to be increasing taxes. We're trying to build the economy and move forward, and I feel it's going to put a real cloud on small businesses and entrepreneurs trying to move into business at this day and time.
One was reducing the size of government a bit, and the other was raising taxes, but they were promised to be sunsetted in 4 years. And I think a promise is a promise. We still need to cut those taxes back and reduce the size of government and from the proposals I've seen, they have not even sunsetted them going forward. They will become permanent taxes.
I'm the Vice President of Human Resources here at Dover Downs, and I know what it's going to cost us. So could you tell me if you're in favor of increasing the minimum wage, and if so, if you are, why?
Raise the state minimum wage in 2 increments of 50 cents apiece to $8.25 as of January 1, 2014. However, SB 6, which is this year's iteration of SB 163, is substantially different. First of all, it raises the minimum wage more than SB 163 did. Secondly, it provides for an automatic COLA escalator annually on the state minimum wage. And thirdly, it provides a floor for the state minimum wage of $1 above the federal minimum wage. The last two things I just mentioned, the COLA and the floor, are things that are of grave concern to me, because what those two things do is take the issue out of that.
So what happens if you separate everyone up, and as Senator Simpson has already alluded to, that what happens is you look how you can take and cut employees. So what happens is you payroll, but you put people out of work. So I'm very much opposed to increasing it at this time.
I'd like to concur. One of the problems, of course, with minimum wage is it doesn't actually increase a living wage, it just increases inflation, which causes increases in the cost of anything.
The fact that you all deal with on a daily basis the issues that are this close to you, and maybe it's harder to get to the issues that are more long-term in nature and strategic in need. But the state is facing by far its largest unfunded liability is medical costs for the state retirees. 4 years ago, that number, based on the Pew Research Center, was about $5 billion unfunded future liability. Today, it's approaching $6 billion unfunded liability. I'd like to know any thoughts you have, or where you see this being discussed and navigated in the current legislature to deal with this serious long-term issue.
Since I only have 60 seconds, the standard for me is going to be whether there are compelling arguments that suggest that the governor has gone far enough in his reduction of those taxes, in other words, towards the sunsetting. You know, that's going to be a judgment call whether there are compelling arguments. But I will tell you, one of the things that might be, or at least a good example of a compelling argument, is the video that we just saw. There are needs.
This take was huge. It's way off the line. How can any of us survive in business with that much being taken off the top? It's impossible. So I certainly think that we should not only revisit, we should slash that take. And this is why we need more business people in politics. We need you people to run. We need you to get involved so that this does not continue to happen. Without your input, we can have all the councils and committees put together. We can put them all up there, but it's still not going to work. We need your votes on the floor.